Hey guys, what's up? It's Claudio here, and today is ramp test. We are doing an FTP test to see where I'm at after 1 month of starting over with the base training of TrainerRoad. So this is a sweet spot base training level 1, whatever they call it, base 1. And what I did is I had the plan builder software that they have on their app, and it built me up to September, because in September potentially there is a Green Mountain stage race which I'm shooting for. So even if it gets canceled, whatever, I'll have like something to work towards. So that's what I'm working towards, September. It's over Labor Day weekend, and it built me up a plan. So 4 weeks or 8 weeks of sweet spot base training, then a build period of 8 weeks, the general build, and then it's got me on the rolling race specialty phase. I might do also the climbing phase. So anyways, I've been doing that. I started over 4 weeks. So this FTP test is right after the end of those 4 weeks. Interesting to see where I'm at. My current FTP going into this test is 261. And by the way, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I post all of my workouts every day on my Instagram stories, Claudio Fierro. That is my middle name. And feel free to follow along. So anyways, I've been doing the sweet spot. I forgot how hard the sweet spot is. It's this kind of annoying zone, and you just grind away. It's more of a mental challenge than anything else. But I've been getting through it. I've been trying to keep my cadence. As you can see here, I'm trying to keep my cadence up to above 90. It's what I try to do in all my workouts. But sometimes I really get bogged down and get into the 70s and maybe even the 60s getting out of the saddle. You're not really supposed to get out of the saddle for these workouts. So TrainerRoad, the build functionality is pretty good. It just builds a program based on your races. So all my races have been canceled, obviously, and especially Dirty Kansas. I was doing the DK 200. I was scheduled to do that at the end of May. It got postponed to September, but I can't do the September date, so I have to have my entry deferred to next year. Which honestly, I'm kind of glad, because I don't think I would have been able to do the 200 this year. I don't have that kind of fitness. I've started doing these long rides on Sundays on my trainer. I built up to last weekend. I did 3 hours and 15 minutes at zone 2, like around 175 watts. And it's hard. It's really hard pedaling that long. I mean, you got to build it up. And honestly, I think it takes like years of training to get to that level, that really ultra endurance level. 200 miles, that's like over 15 hours for me. And after 2 hours, my neck gets kind of stiff and my core gets a little loose, and then I start having, maybe getting a headache, and I have to learn how to fuel properly on the bike. So I'm getting this stuff called beta fuel that I saw another YouTube use, taking carbohydrates in through my drink, and then just taking gels every hour, and then also the gummies. I have those. But anyways, so Dirty Kansas is out, but I'm still doing a long ride every Sunday, and I'm substituting that instead of the sweet spot ride. I'm doing every Sunday 3 hours and going up in increments by 15 minutes. So this coming Sunday is going to be a 3 hour and 30 minutes on the trainer, which is very different than 3 hours on a group ride. outside. If you've ever done that. On the group rides, even the fast ones, I'm averaging like 120 watts, 140 watts maybe. Because you're coasting a lot and you're stopping here and there. But this, on a trainer, you have to keep pedaling unless you go to the bathroom, which I do like maybe twice really quickly. But that's, it's nothing compared to how much coasting you do on a group ride. So it's really intense. Like a 3-hour trainer ride is like a 4-hour outdoor ride. If you do it on TrainerRoad, it keeps you consistent. I use erg mode, so I don't have to worry about shifting. I just, the software increases the resistance on my trainer. So, long rides, that's a thing for me now. Just building up my base and trying to get it as strong as possible to at least, even if I don't race this year, I want to get up to 4 watts per kilo. And that means that I have to get somewhere around 285 watts, my FTP, which is doable. It's totally doable. Another thing is that I gained like 4 pounds during the last month, which is annoying. I think I've been lifting. It's a combination of just obviously being in quarantine and like eating snacks all day. And I've been lifting, maybe doing too much upper body. I shouldn't do that, but because I used to CrossFit so much, it's like I want to. So I built up some muscle / some whatever else I built up. And now I'm up to 160, which is it's the heaviest I've ever been, but I'm still like 11% body fat, which is fine. But I definitely could, if I were to do a climbing race, like in a month, I could shave off easily 5 pounds. But anyways, trying to get to 4 watts per kilo. It's a goal. It's doable. Totally doable this year. You just got to keep grinding away. Keep working towards that. And it will come. So as you see, the ramp test is ramping up. Every minute it's going up by I don't know how much. And it's about to get into my current threshold. So I'm doing some work. I'm definitely doing some work right now. And these things are they're intimidating because you're like, oh man, what if I quit? What if I quit too early? It always makes me nervous, right? So we're wrapping it up, and I realize, because I've done these so many times, that I have, once you get into the 19th minute of the test, you're basically making gains on your FTP. If you can get to 20 minutes through this test, you will for sure have made some gains. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get somewhere in between 19 and 20 minutes, especially if you've done the previous ramp tests. It calculates your FTP and it very consistently. Let's see, what else have I been up to? Unemployed, waiting for unemployment. I work in the wedding industry, so that is non-existent, obviously. So just sitting around waiting for unemployment. It kind of sucks, but at least, I'm training. I got to do one productive thing a day. So I'm saying TrainerRoad, that's like the one thing that I have to do. And believe me, there's been plenty of times when I didn't want to do that, especially with this high volume plan. I'm doing high volume. It's like 10 hours a week. This next cycle, the Sweet Spot Base 2 is going up to like 11 hours a week. So it's hard. It's mentally hard. But if you set yourself up to just do like one really hard thing a day, then you feel good in this quarantine. So this is like my one hard thing to do is my workout. I know I gotta just grind it out, and these workouts are like an hour and a half to 2 hours. In the second level, sweet spot base 2, the high volume, the shortest workout is an hour and a half. So you're sitting there hour and a half to 2 hours, man. There was a time when I just couldn't believe sitting on a bike on an indoor trainer for over an hour it was blowing my mind. But now I'm doing like 3 hours. So you can definitely build that mental fortitude. And now I'm in pain. I'm above 170. This is above my threshold. My heart rate is up there. My cadence looks good. I'm getting close to 300 watts. And I'm thinking about quitting for sure right now. I'm like, I hate this. I'm getting into the 16th minute. In my mind, I'm like, I got to do 3 more minutes of this. Oh, man. But I can suffer. You can suffer for 3 minutes. It's okay. You can do... I've suffered for longer. Just got to keep my cadence up. And my max heart rate, I forgot where I got to. I got to like 190 something on a previous test. 192 maybe, I believe. And I've noticed that the cadence is if you keep a high cadence, you can really work on your heart rate. Basically, you can max out your heart rate before you max out your legs. So high cadence is going to work out your heart rate faster than your legs, which is good. Because I'd rather get into the high heart rate than blow up my legs. Use more of that leg muscle strength if you're doing a lower cadence. But some people just can grind it out, low cadence all day. Okay, I'm in the 180s. I mean, I'm really breathing hard here. Oh, and by the way, I have the Whoop band. I got to talk about that a little bit. It's been working out, especially the sleep function where it tracks your sleep. I was like, I'm getting 8 hours. No, I'm getting 5.5 hours. It's telling me because of the disturbances and whatnot. So I've been really focusing on getting sleep, and it's not easy. It's not easy to get all the sleep that you need. And it's really important for us as athletes to be recovered. We need that. And especially now, since, I don't have to work. I'm going to get up. Well, it's not like I ever had to get up to go to work. But there's no excuse. But all this stuff about, the pandemic, it stresses you out. It's stressing me out. And that's causing me to lose sleep. It's harder to sleep because I'm worrying so much about all these things. So the Whoop is helping me kind of monitor that. Okay, getting into the 19th minute. Here we go. I'm grinding. Okay, look at my cadence. In the 80s now. I'm just grinding. Oh, man. And here I'm telling myself, just one more minute. Come on, you can do it. This cadence is still okay. And my heart rate is about to break 190, which is crazy. When I started cycling, my max heart rate I never saw it go above 181. Even sprinting, like all out, I couldn't get my heart rate up. But I'm able to break this. I'm able to trick myself into working harder. Oh man, cadence is getting low. Cadence is dropping. I'm grinding. And I am. Let's see if I make it. Come on. And that killed me. That bump killed me. I did it. That was a good effort. Boom. 265, 4 watts. I'll take it. 4 watts in 4 weeks. 1 watt a week. During a very stressful time. I will take that. I'll take those gains. If I make another 4 watt increase, that's great. This coming cycle. I'm getting into the 270s soon. And I will be very happy at this rate. So there you go, ramp test. FTP. Some people are really into numbers. They're really into like just going for those numbers, and that's cool. I'm definitely a numbers guy. I'll happily just cycle to get better numbers right now. Going for that 4 watts per kilo, then maybe going for 300. Wow, can you imagine if I had an FTP of 300? I can't. But also there was a time when I couldn't even imagine having an FTP of 250. It was like impossible. I remember still doing intervals at 205 watts. I couldn't even do 3 minutes at 205 watts. I remember that time. It wasn't that long ago, like 2 years ago. And now I'm doing, my intervals are like my sweet spot intervals are in the 230s, 240s for 10 minutes. So those of you who are starting out and your FTPs are in maybe not even in the 200s yet. I was there. My first FTP test, I got 168, and that was 2.5 years ago. 168, of course, that was like literally the first week that I got my bike, my first road bike ever, and I came from nothing, right? No experience. So keep at it. Keep working, keep grinding. You get stronger as you go. Just trust me. Just be consistent. I'm doing 6 weeks, 6 days a week. And I get 1 rest day. And that is what I'm doing during this quarantine. Again, follow me on Instagram if you want to follow along all my workouts. And stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you guys out there. Peace.